Have you ever wondered how come your child is addicted to their phone, or maybe even why you are addicted to yours? Stick around. In this video, I'm going to show you the 4 steps that all phone apps and social media apps in particular use to get you or your child completely dependent on checking that screen. Before I do, let me give you a few statistics that may startle you. Your teenage kids are getting roughly 237 notifications every day. And that's in addition to any text that they get from their friends. A study was done in 2024, and it had over 1,000 participants to find out how many times they checked their phone every day. And it went from 2 times a day to 498 times a day, with the average for 13 and up to be somewhere between 51 and 100 times per day. We do this because every time we check, we get a dopamine rush. And as many of you know, dopamine is the reward chemical in our brain. And when we get dopamine hits, we want more dopamine hits. The problem is, whatever is giving us that steady flow of dopamine hits, that steady reward, what happens is it builds us up to a level to where nothing else satisfies us. So the 4 steps I told you about that all social media and all phone apps use are these. And the first step is what's called an external trigger. This would be a notification, something that flies across the screen, or a ding or a vibration. This is when you see people grab their phone out of their pocket really quick and check it, because this external trigger has caused them to go, what's going on? What am I missing? I don't want to miss out. The second thing that happens is a call to action. And this action is to cause you to check something, to look for something. And this is because you've been previously rewarded from doing it before. Remember the dopamine hit? So you're not only looking at your phone, now you're scrolling through it, you're tapping on things, and it's completely absorbing the attention of you or your child, whoever is the one that has the phone. So this external trigger is what causes you to go, I don't want to miss it. I've got to get involved right now. So the third thing that happens is called a variable reward. This is where you get a like on your phone, or you get a little heart emoji that comes up, or you get some more extra lives in a video game that you're working with. And if you're a gamer, this is super important to you. The reason they call it a variable reward is that sometimes it rewards you and sometimes it doesn't. This is like playing a game of chance. This is what triggers that need to complete something. Just as an aside, Facebook and Instagram are famous for this. Sometimes you'll tap on the app and you'll have notifications, and that's exciting to some people. Sometimes you'll tap on the app, no notifications. So you get that variability of up and down. Am I going to find something? Am I not going to find something? Do you want to know why they do this? Because when they withhold that reward, it keeps you coming back. And the 4th piece is called investment. This is where you are putting part of yourself into the process. This can lend itself at times to a psychological fallacy called the sunk cost fallacy. And that is where you feel that you've given so much, you've put in so much, whether it be time, effort, resources, cash, that eventually you feel that you have to keep going because of how much you've already invested. This is called the sunk cost fallacy, because you've already sunk in this cost into the process. So you must finish it because you don't want to waste all that investment. This 4-step process is a loop. It's a continuous loop. So as soon as you get past that investment part, guess what? Boom, another external trigger, another vibration on your phone, another ding on your phone. Something else flies across your screen, and the process starts again. One of the problems with this process is that it gives you a constant dopamine rush. You're getting a dopamine rush when you see things that you like, and you're getting a little bit of an anticipation that fires up that stress level a little bit and gives you a little bit more dopamine because you're anticipating even when they're withholding things that you want. So what happens is nothing else in your life is providing that rush. Nothing else in your life is giving you that much dopamine. So everything else is no fun. Everything else is no longer interesting. You'll be hanging out with your family and you'll be on your phone. Think about how many times you've been to a restaurant and you've seen a family around a table and everyone's on their phones. They're not even talking to each other because the phone is the resource that gives them that dopamine hit instead of the relationship. So it's completely backwards. If you've seen this kind of activity before, I want you to put it in the comment section. Let's see what we find out.